Kaylee. Spirit is low-key saying that there was a possession over you before you entered the coma, or there was something nonsensical about you before you were in the coma. The coma was a demarcation line between self-sabotage and self-discovery. This is for Kaylee. Yeah, for Kaylee. When I said Kaylee, I got a big smile, okay? So, Spirit is saying that you didn't have an identity before the coma, or that your name was different before the coma. Show me how it's, yes. Your higher self is very excited to be here. And you are her, Kaylee. Yes. You are awakening to love again. It's what I feel right now. You feel very lovely, or you feel very girly, my sweetie pie, or you feel very deserving in your girlhood. Amen, as you are. And Spirit is saying that this is the aligned green flag. Spirit is saying that your body was overcome with anger, or your soul was overcome with anger prior to the coma. These are the current messages that I'm receiving. Here we go. Messages from the higher self. Spirit says, you felt completely messages from the coma. My voice stops when I'm offering it to speak. So Spirit is saying messages while in the coma, you were shown dreams and astral travels of a different identity or a different dimension or a different frequency. Knight of Wands and that world card. This is a conversation of living in multiple or parallel universes in the coma, parallel worlds, and you popped out. Maybe Spirit is kind of saying that this was a soul, there's a statement for this, a walk-in. That you may be a walk-in soul. Thank you, God. Can you show me? Thank you. Yeah, this is something like that. Spirit is showing me the Page of Wands here and the Knight of Wands. This is a little bit of a walk-in soul. A new soul where the other was tired, abused, or left. The Knight of Wands, when it's in reverse, it speaks about timeline jumping in this reading. And the pilot light I keep seeing going in and out. Okay. So there was a spiritual death that you have encountered, survived, and transcended. You are an angel in real life. The Page of Wands into the Knight of Wands. This is Spirit Spark, okay? Spirit Spark on both ends. You may feel like totally, completely rebirthed, like you're learning life from the beginnings, because you are. This is Aries energy, the Page of Wands. So this is, again, baby soul, okay? Aries energy. So I was not expecting any of this. I'm reading this real time. Spirit says that you had a walk-in experience, you are here because of the coma, and who you are today is the angel that decided to be here because the other decided to leave. Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. New soul, tired soul. Or new soul out of here, traveling. Or the pilot light was put out. I keep hearing that with the Knight of Wands. Thank you all so much for being here. Spirit is saying that someone put your pilot light out. And so what that translates as is, you guys know that like pilot light, that we have to light to cook the oven and to heat the house. So whenever we tried to do something, it was always stunted. Whenever we tried to initiate something, it was always pushed on or pushed against. Whenever we tried to come off as warm or welcoming, it was snuffed. So Spirit is continuously showing me the pilot light being re-lit for you. This is a soul reset for you. So you can... I'm about to cry. Can you show us the soul's conversation in the coma? What would you like to say? What happened in the coma from the higher self and from the spirit self? This is a very serious reading, y'all. I want to show you, and I don't mean to scare you, Kaylee. The conversation of a walk-in soul is normal, and it doesn't mean that you're like possessed or you're somebody weird or you are, okay, good, my beautiful. It's saying that your true soul's identity came in where there were spirit sparks. So like, Kaylee's truth was here, Kaylee's sweetness was here, Kaylee's intentions and wants and needs. But when all of this fragmentation was threatened without safety for these pieces to find themselves and come into identity in the world, Spirit says that your soul had to come in and collect the conversation in totality. And just to show you guys that what I'm speaking on, this is a walk-in. Spirit Spark, Aries, Page of Wands. Replace what was taken or what left or what was snuffed, the Knight of Wands. and walked out. Something similar to joy had left us, or something similar to inspiration had left us. And Spirit is saying that was the soul or the spirit giving up. Show me more. What would you like to say to her? Wow. So please trust and believe I'm being responsible right now, because how I'd like to show up is screaming and shouting. Spirit says now you are in alignment, whereas before you were not. Spirit is also reminding you that your soul knows more than you believe. This was a deep reading, and I hope to slow down so that I can really relay it. What else would you like to say to her? Oh my goodness. Wow. Spirit is saying, and I just like to summarize this because this is a stupid magical expression. Spirit is saying that you are an earth angel. You are a part of a soul team or a spirit like task force. Spirit is saying that you were waiting for this moment. You were activated through death. Through death, you basically, or through spirit death, the veil was ripped, or through anger that you weren't allowed to express, the veil was ripped and your soul, your whole soul came through. You are part of a task force team here. And you are a legitimate starseed. You're being reminded that you're a walk-in soul that came here during the coma. You experienced a spirit death in that coma. So you do know what it feels like to die, to give up. Spirit says a new spirit spark found you during the coma. You are currently in alignment. And you are a legitimate star seed, and magician. Spirit says you walked away from your magic in the past, or before the coma. You were hiding, or maybe you were part of the snuffing of your magic. There was a lot of aggressions on you prior to the coma. I'm now holding my hands in the Vesica Pisces, and it's to ground the reading in power, because when I perceive the past, powers attempted to be taken from my sight, but violently. So I'm grounding you here still, and maintaining the power in the present for you for the future. And after too, yeah. I'm so sorry. She couldn't handle it. But she can now. And we are all with her. And so is God. So I'm going to show you this. Asheo, 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 Samoripi. I'm going to show you this beautiful. Yeah, so magical too. During the coma, it was mostly activated due to a great severing that needed to happen. There was a severing and separation between your soul sparks, and there was a fracturing of your identity. But this was an invitation towards great anger that you weren't able to perceive because the anger was held in soul sparks in the astrals. Spirit says this caused the great severing through a root chakra petition. Spirit says that this activated your star seed calling or your light body in the coma. So you can see here, this is Kaylee in the coma being activated during that time and immediately popping through as a walk-in to lift the veil and to question everything. We're kind of talking about the anatomy of stars today. Download about implosion and rebirth. This is also spontaneous activation, or like spontaneous combustion. Knight of Wands in reverse into the star card. This is miraculous awakening or activation. Knight of Wands star card, miraculous activation or spontaneous awakening. I think that the purpose of that reading was that you are who you are. Is that fair? I think that was, if we were to say, okay, great, that's the divination. Now, what's the reading? You know what I mean? I think the reading is, you are who you are.